Is it?
Yeah, with ETA for anchorage in Ballycotton Bay is goes up at 23 to 30.
Viz is pretty good there as well.
The Viz has got 3 miles up to about 7 I'd say. The new watch I've taken over, and I say dark shipping about 10 minutes now.
Yeah, expect that. Alright. Okay, I have the ship, so.
Okay.
McCarthy and Power are on course to graduate as officers in 2008. This is an elite club. In the 60-year history of the Navy, just 201 cadet-trained officers have been commissioned. Training methods over that period have changed beyond recognition. A key factor in this has been the establishment of the National Maritime College in Ringaskiddy, just 500 metres from the base. Opened in 2004, it provides a range of training courses for all seafarers.
There are now certain qualifications that all seafarers require, and that would include sea survival, first aid and firefighting and damage control. What you will find in the maritime and third level institutions in the maritime world worldwide would be that each of these facilities might be in separate locations. What we were able to do building this facility was to put all those locations under the one roof. But the real point about the facility, I suppose, in its modern capability would be the simulators that we have and the IT-based training. It's cutting-edge technology, and perhaps that would rank us as, if not the best college in the world at the moment, one of the best.
Start 4 starboard. Start 4 starboard. Very good.
Somebody who finds themselves as a student in the pool, in the survival pool, the facilities there are so, we'll say, well designed that they are designed to replicate exactly the environment that one might find in the open sea as best as possible. One of the biggest training requirements for seafarers nowadays is their ability to deal with firefighting and damage control basically being flooding. The biggest threat to any ship at sea are fire and flood, and it's essential for all seafarers to have qualifications and experience in being able to fight both fire and flood, because if something happens at sea, you must be in a position to save the ship in order to save your lives.
The point of the Navy's training routine is to ensure that sailors, when faced with a crisis at sea, can continue to function as normal.
We hit a storm at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning that wasn't forecast, or that we didn't have a forecast for. And we took water into the control room through a hatch, through a vent, and the ship went black, shut down engines. So I got up, and first thing I saw to do was to close the vent to stop the water coming back into the ship. So I put on a life jacket. I knew it was rough because we were all over the place, and I opened the hatch. The whole sea was absolutely white. The wind was so high, it was unbelievable. And I stepped out on deck and I looked aft, and there was a wave coming up behind us. And it was like a tower block behind us, and I thought, oh shit, we're never going to get up over this thing. Not a hope. So we did anyway eventually, and we spent 20 minutes drifting and bouncing around the place before we got our engines going again. We got them going again, and so that was definitely the scariest moment for me. I would like to hit it again. I didn't think we were going to make it that day, to be quite honest, and I don't think anyone on board did either, because it was just out of the blue. It was everyone was shocked, like everyone on board was shocked.
There was huge seas running, very bad storm. And on our way, in what can only be described as mountainous seas and very difficult conditions, a fire alarm went off right up at the front, the bow of the ship, in an area that could only be accessed from outside, an area of the ship known as the boatswain's store. And it had to be investigated, but even to go out on deck in those sort of conditions presented terrible difficulty. Even though it's a very small ship, it's only 15 yards away, but it took us a long time to get up there. And I remember distinctly the ship keeling over and us grabbing onto, the hatch, and the whole deck of the ship going this way, and we holding on, and then it coming back again. And when we opened the hatch, it wasn't fire and flames and smoke that come out of it. It was water. And what had happened was the front decking of the ship